And we're live, and our audio's working, and we've switched over. Our extra life donation incentives are now reflective of this campaign. So, if you're watching and you would like to help out the children at Dell Children's Hospital, click on the donation link below, and you can go to extralife.org. That's our page, and there's all kinds of awesome things that you can gift the players, and you can even summon some things that may not be beneficial for them. You could also gift them a level up. So,
It was my birthday.
Hey.
Give me gifts.
wondrous items, legendary items, little tiny trinkets, advantage, health potions, all kinds of. So, with that being said, last we left off on Sunrunners, we went to the planet outpost Triana, and we met this alien merchant who, upon seeing Hades, referred to him as Lord Hades, begged for his assistance, and upon leading them through the Greek-inspired architecture of the town trade hub of Triana, led them all to the house where his daughter was laying in bed sick, and Lord Hades was able to cure this individual of their ailment, or at least make her feel better, and knows that there is an inoculation aboard the vessel, the RSV. So we're gonna pick up right where we left off, as everyone kind of walked out into the main room, this common room, living room, house, and go ahead and pick it up from there.
Okay. Um, Not sure how to. That looks like me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Hey.
just want to make sure.
Hey,
Have you
Hades.
have you been here before?
No, I've never
you
even
sure?
heard. I've never even heard of this station before.
I don't think he's 10,000 years old, Beats.
Hmm.
Hey, Hades, how did you do the healing?
Yeah,
What?
that was really cool.
What did I do?
The healing that you did?
Oh yeah, that. Just lay on hands.
Okay.
Can
Have
you
you-
usually only do that when you're like really friendly with a god?
Normally.
Normally,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which god do you serve?
Yeah, what god are you really friendly
I don't serve a god per se,
with? Mm-hmm. Okay, sure, okay. That's fine.
but I am not a
Okay,
god.
sure, okay.
Well, as
So-
far as that guy knows.
Redirection. How to where do your powers originate from?
I honestly don't know. My mom said I probably get it from my father, but since I was little, I could just feel connected to the universe. I've been able to heal people and
The universe, like the darkness, the sun.
just the universe itself.
How do you
Hmm.
connect? I mean, I have to use a cord or adapter or something.
It just happens. I just reach out and clear my mind.
Hmm.
And it just happens. Normally, I've just been able to heal, but I've been feeling a bit more powerful, and I feel like I can do a bit more, but I haven't tested it out yet.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, I'm not
Um,
going anywhere with that gun in my Jimi Hendrix. I am not a. Anyway, continue.
I am.
Have I ever heard of the universe granting powers to people in that way before?
Roll a history check.
14.
You're not 100% sure. You may recall stories, but you can't recall any details. It may have been something that you've heard of off the cuff somewhere at some point, but the details elude. You're not sure what book you would have read it from. You're not sure, but it seems like something that exists.
Okay.
I mean, my mom thinks I get it from my father, but paladinish abilities aren't something you inherit. But
I mean, it's possible to.
I mean, I guess I'm living proof
Do
of
you
it.
and your dad look really similar? Like,
No. As drow as I look, I believe my father was human. He looked it.
Oh.
I just lucked
'Cause
out.
I was
And
thinking maybe it was
I
like
look
a
more
family
drow
thing.
than anything.
hmm.
Because he looks like an actual, like, 100% like as if he was a purebred drow. But yeah, my dad was definitely humanish.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have pointy ears.
Okay. So, powers aside, what do you want to do,
Yeah.
Lord Hades?
Well, one, do what we originally came here to do and sell some stuff. Get whatever current currency that they use. Um, and see if we can find more information on this Hecate. Am I saying that right?
Hecate.
Hecate. Sorry, Hecate. Hecate.
I always heard it pronounced Hecate.
Well, I meant more of as in he's gonna kind of like point over his shoulder into where the room is with the kid and the guy.
Hmm?
Like
I
if you if we don't give her the vaccine inoculation, that'll be it.
didn't I cure of her disease?
Yeah.
You did. You took the disease out, but if there's a disease present, she could get it again, or it could be spreading amongst this particular population.
I don't have enough cure wounds. I don't know, not cure wounds, but lay on hands for that. um. Well,
Like just saying as a group to the group, we could save these people from a very violent, painful death.
Mm-hmm.
but if we save him and his daughter, then I think we might screw up the timeline, which I might have already done. I don't know.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not really
hey,
that concerned about the timeline, to be honest.
'Cause
time travel has always been
these
really
creatures
weird.
aren't. This race isn't present in our time, right?
They're
They
not
are
common.
they are very rare,
Mhm.
and you've seen more of them on this planet now, currently, than you've ever imagined in time.
So my thing is, if I hadn't saved her for the time being, then perhaps the disease would have spread to the people, and that would have been the cause of why they're exactly super rare in our time.
Didn't he say that other people had gotten this?
Yeah, this is a common disease to the
Mhm.
race, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the disease is already there. But
We could like vaccine everybody and then just
Yes, I think last session you did establish that in your time, this race was wiped out by this disease, and that's why there's an inoculation on board the RSV Bannekar.
Right.
Developed, but it was developed too, and it's part
Mhm.
of a multi-vaccine. It's mixed in with a bunch of other stuff.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Listen, I'm actually all for helping her and him and the rest of his people. I don't want to see a race go extinct if I can save it. But is the captain going to let us do that? I'm sure this. I mean, to be fair, we're not in the typical Prime Directive bullseye right now. Like, I don't think it was ever discussed. Hey, if you go back into the past, don't do this. I don't remember that in the handbook, and I remember the handbook pretty clearly. There was no time travel talk.
We had a time travel handbook. I don't remember downloading that into my database.
No, you did not.
No, it wasn't a thing. Trust me.
Hey Joe, vague question for you as well. Sorry, I keep asking questions.
Oh, you're fine. That's
So do we have like a prime directive and like how to approach civilizations based on like technology and all that kind of stuff?
So the Galactic Academy is a part of the Federation. The Federation does have a prime directive. Prime directive being do what's right without interfering. So they kind of leave it up to it's an ethical thing, not a directive as to don't interfere. It's more of a don't interfere unless you know what the outcome is. Right thing. That kind of thing. So if you screw something up, you can be court-martialed and kicked out of the Federation or bank or whatever.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But
that's if you do bad things, not necessarily
right.
like ethically bad things.
Yeah, it's more around the ethics of what you're doing and the outcome of your direct actions rather than what your intention was. So if you intend to help a civilization but you end up doing something wrong, you can get in trouble for that.
Yeah, like giving them nuclear weapons.
Hmm.
Yeah. And see if any god will try to rule over you now.
So at this point, you hear a little bit of a ruckus coming from the bedroom, and it sounds like somebody is fighting amongst themselves or with somebody, and the daughter and the father kind of burst forward from the bedroom. You hear the daughter, I must go, I was chosen, father. And the father is arguing against this. No, I did this to protect you.
Trouble in Paradise?
I'm sorry, my lord. Oh, God, that voice. I'm sorry, my lord. Hades. My daughter seems to be convinced that she must go be this sacrifice to Hecate.
You know that name of the god that I worship fiercely my entire life that I definitely know how to pronounce.
Yeah.
He's got like other idols hidden under his bed. He's like, I don't really believe in her.
It's like Benny. It's like Benny from the Mummy.
Yeah.
It's more Caro. How was it? Ko Hecate. She makes us sick.
She is convinced that it is her role to sacrifice herself at the culmination of this festival. Please, intervene. Convince her otherwise. I cannot lose my daughter.
Young lady.
Yes, Lord Hades.
This is... Okay. Listen, I poured a lot of blessing into helping you. I'd hate for it to go to waste and you just going to die.
Yes, I appreciate you curing me so that I can be this willing sacrifice. It is through me that she will continue her power. It is an honor to be chosen.
I have a question for you too. How long has she been feeding off of mortals? Has it been since she got here, or has it been like 100 years after she got here, or?
Oh, Hecate has been doing this for as long as she's been here. Many, many generations.
And you say people willingly sacrifice themselves to her.
It only works to transfer the life energy if they are willing.
and you say the majority of your people worship her happily?
Blindly is more like it. After you left, she took power.
Yeah, after you left Hades.
Wait, what? You left?
Apparently so. When did
Why'd you
Hades leave?
Hades, why'd you leave?
Did I leave? I'm sorry.
Lord Hades, you left many, many generations ago.
You never told us that.
Yeah.
What you're keeping from us.
Before then, before Hecate ruled, there was balance. People died. They did not maintain the gods. But when you left, Hecate took control and has been feeding off of the population here ever since.
Man,
Can I look at the idols that are in the little shelf and deduce which one is Hecate?
Yes. So as you look at the idols, you'll see a lot of different. They're almost like Greek carvings. They look very similar to what you've seen in your history books on Soul.
Mm-hmm.
They're almost identical to the Greek mythology. You see Athena in a white robe. You see holding a lightning bolt, and you see a statue of a woman with a got a what tiara, I guess, but it's not like a full crown. It's just a little like upside down crescent moon shape.
Right.
And she's actually the only one that's got where she's looking forward, and there are two other heads looking each side.
Right. Where does Hecate stay?
Hecate resides at the top of the pantheon.
Okay. Well,
where's the Pantheon? Is it near here?
Yes, if you go down the alley and to the side, will open up to this terrace, and you cannot miss it. It is on top of the enormous pyramid, which, Adriandne, you would recall seeing this as you were coming down through the.
Yeah.
As we
Big
were
fan.
dropping from the sky really fast, and
I was so focused on the flawless landing that
yeah,
Yeah.
hardly noticed it.
she just noticed because she was plastered against the window like this, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
like,
that's kind of a cool pyramid."
what are we gonna land on? Oh, that's pointy.
Yes, it was a pyramid, and then there's the flat top with the pantheon on top of the pyramid.
Cool.
Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Okay, so
So Hades used to be on top of the. Did Hades used to be at the top, like
That's a nice
the
apartment,
main
Hades.
guy here?
Yes, before Hecate took control, gods would all rotate. They would come every 1,000 years and switch out. But Lord Hades left and never returned. Hecate in charge for nations. At first it was not a problem. But after so long, she began to deteriorate. Needed the life force energy to remain in charge, to remain alive. So she began to feed.
Do you guys know who was supposed to come next?
Been so long, I do not recall. Perhaps the temple would have answers to that question.
Yeah, because I don't.
I was raised under these beliefs, but I do not adhere to them myself. Daughter,
Okay.
on the other hand, seems to be blindly led by this cult.
not a cult, Dad. It's like totally tubular.
Like everyone's really nice and
They bring us snacks.
They bring us Kool-Aid like every week.
No, no.
Joe, while this discussion's been going on, I've just kind of been looking around the room and trying to assess like where these people that we're meeting with, like how they're living? Is there stuff like driven by technology and like arcane driven technology? Is it like primarily just arcana that's like around the room and keeping things up, or is it like very low tech, low magic? Like, where do I get a sense of like where they are on the scale?
Yeah, you would notice as you're looking around, this particular house that you're in is pretty upscale. There's a lot of arcane tech, little things like you can see on the mantelpiece. There's a holographic television. He's got some kind of communication device hanging off the corner wall. There's all kinds of little gadgets and stuff that you're not quite sure what they do. You haven't really seen some of the design features of this, but you can tell that they're arcanic technology.
Okay.
Is it more high tech than the planet we were on, where we fought the little mutant things and
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
that,
No, this
like,
is,
yeah,
this is
Corellia,
much more
like that world seemed out of place compared to where we're at now, correct?
right. That the place that you were at that you took the crystal from, that moon base was more. It was like the beginnings of technology were starting to reach that planet. This trade hub seems to be at peak technology for what you would
For
expect.
this time period.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even though it's 10,000 years in the past, this stuff is still pretty peak technology. You carry on yourself Omni tools, which are probably a little bit more sophisticated than anything in this room. But that being said, holographic televisions,
God's
communication,
crew, so.
yeah. So
This is never
It's
gonna
like the
die,
late
is it?
90s to like the 2010s or the 2000s. It's not that big of a difference. It's just not there.
Okay.
Unless you have a razor,
Yeah.
like a
Oof.
razor
Like a flip
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got razors, baby.
side tangent. Have you noticed the new Samsungs are now flip phones?
Hmm.
See
Going
that? It's
backwards.
History repeats itself.
Sorry, little tangent.
All right, so okay, how about this? When is the festival?
The festival is currently going on. The wrap up to the festival, the culmination, is in a day's time.
Right. Listen, give me a day's time to figure this all out. And perhaps I might be able to talk to Hecate and see what's going on.
Of course, if you would like me to arrange a meeting, I'm sure Hecate would be willing to meet with you.
Right. Um Also, is there any traders you can recommend? Trade vendors that looking for titanium?
Well, if I am not of your standards, then I could take you around town and show you the stables.
Oh, I mean, I
Oh,
no. If you accept titanium, that would be great. I didn't know your job profession. Sorry.
It is okay, Lord Hades. You are forgiven. No offense taken. But I am a merchant of all wares and
Great. Well, let's all head back to our ship and we can discuss something. And you, young lady, will hold off on any sacrificing for time being. Okay? Can you promise me that?
as you wish, Lord Hades.
No sacrifice for you. Back to bed.
Right.
no.
Now get back to your room. Think about what you almost did.
If it is okay with you, Lord Hades, I would like to participate in the festivities this evening.
Of course. As
Thank
long as
you.
you're not jumping off any volcanoes, okay?
Oh, of course. No sacrificial action.
Good.
We'll be really mad.
I'd be really hurt, and I don't want to take it out on your dad.
Last thing you want to do is anger the Lord of the Underworld, especially when, you're dead.
Yes, of course. I will do as I'm
Ah.
told.
Yeah.
We are terrible people. I am a terrible person.
Hey, if you're done, I just have a few questions for Elephant Guy.
Oh.
Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think my compatriots here are properly introduced to you in your name.
Oh, yes.
As you know, I'm Hades, and this is my avian friend, aviara friend, Elias.
It's a
My
pleasure.
gnome friend, Adni, or Adriandne, right?
It's my pleasure.
Doesn't
And-
matter. You could call me whatever.
Good evening, whatever.
Awesome.
This is our pilot Quinn,
So,
The honor
and
is mine.
this is Beats,
Give me God model.
right?
Uh,
By
the-
Dre. And you are
Yes, my name is Dorian Monraven.
Dorian. And your daughter is
Remora.
Remora. Oh,
Horn Reaver?
Monraver.
Horn Raver.
that's his other job.
Take out my glow
DJ
stick and
Rave
just-
Master.
I do the thing with the glow sticks.
Yeah, say glow sticks come out of little compartments and
His,
they launch out.
his
launch
floating
out the
chair.
people.
His floating chair just turns into a DJ stand. But Remora, you have fun at the festival, and we will see you tomorrow. But yes,
Yes, thank you, Lord Hades. I will. And she kind of runs towards the door, and she
Wait,
turns around. And she
wait.
kind of to her dad, and then. Yeah.
Hey, quick question.
Be back by
Do
9.
Your dad, no, maybe don't go yet. Do they like come and collect the sacrifices? Like, is anyone going to be looking for her?
Oh, yes, I am to be home at 11 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So no one's gonna like just snatch you out of the festival.
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's
I just-
confidence at its finest.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just worried that maybe if she was sick and then they see her better and then they're like, "Oh, you are fine, and now we're taking you and we're gonna go throw you in a volcano."
No, this is
Like-
all willing. I have to be willing, or the sacrifice does not work. So they won't snatch me.
Okay.
Don't think so.
I
Alright.
just wanted to
I-
make sure you won't get hurt. You're fine.
I trust you, Remora.
Okay. It is a
Okay.
great honor to be trusted by Lord Hades.
Yes, it is. Run along now. I gotta talk to your dad.
Awesome, YOLO! And she runs out the room.
Oh God! No.
Of
I
all
love
the
this
people we
child.
saved.
We cannot let her die just because she is wonderful.
So yeah, she runs out the front door, and you can hear her like yelling to her friends and giggling. Travels off. Yes, you had questions, my friend
Yeah.
Quinn.
Dorian, yes. Hey, great to meet you. Few questions for you. One, how much for Beats over here? How much do we think he's worth?
I'm sorry. I am a merchant of all wares, but I do not trade in artificial intelligence.
You're trying to sell beets?
There's nothing artificial about my intelligence, sir. I'm offended.
He's like he like makes his own decisions, you know.
My apologies. I had assumed that you have a consciousness.
Quinn, that is something we weren't supposed to
Is-
just lit.
You are not
all
an
out.
automaton?
I
No,
mean,
Yeah,
we can
no,
turn him on and off, and he's on right now. I was just checking.
Oh,
I was just checking.
that is.
yes, I answer
Top
to,
of the line.
Master Quinn and Lord Hades.
That's not true. It's only Lord Hades, just like the rest of us. It's through his divine grace that that Beats gets a kick in personality.
You do not have to shoot the shit with me. I do not remember, Lord Hades, forgive me, but I do not blindly believe as most do.
In that case, yeah, he's real. He's a real thing. He can think by himself. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't
Pretty
know
advanced.
that we need to like.
He kind of walks up to Beats and start like looking at, like, investigating you a little bit, and just kind of like tapping on you and. Fantastic! This is top of the line. I've never seen something so advanced.
Oh,
What does this button do?
Oh,
What is this? And he pulls out your USB cord.
Pancakes.
Whoa.
Oh, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I've just. The
Drop the
automatons here, they are not so sophisticated as your friend here.
Yes, he is very sophisticated, and we come from a very sophisticated place.
Yeah, actually, Dorian, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. We are looking for, among other things, a star chart. And I'm not sure how common that is, but where we come from, it's fairly common. So I was curious, do you happen to know where you could acquire something like that? Is that a good that someone like a merchant is, well versed as yourself might have?
Merchants don't normally trade in such things, but if you are to find star charts, I'm sure there are ships all over the hub
Okay.
that you could negotiate and find some, download, copy some star charts from their navigation department. Do not have star charts aboard your vessel?
We do. We are...
recently got infected with a virus, and it kind of ate away some of our information.
Ah, yes.
Before we can expunge it. So we are.
but it's okay. I
lacking.
killed it.
That is good. Viruses are malicious and will spread. You haven't plugged anything into our systems here, have you?
No.
No, even if we
No,
did, it's gone
It's
now.
purged. We have purged it from our systems, and we've done a complete sweep of our primary ship. But we do need to replace some lost information, like our star charts.
Ah, yes. I can see what I could do to acquire some updated star charts, but it is not something I typically trade in.
More like raw
Just
materials.
if you have a recommendation of who would be good to talk to about it, even that would be awesome.
Yes, someone more negotiable and not assholeable.
Ah, well, if you are looking to trade in star charts and you have information to trade, then Atala, one you want to talk to, Atala Altifer.
Atala Alfred. All right, very good.
Would you care for a description as well as
y-
look for?
that would be great.
Yes. I agree. So, I will generate a description in my mind right now.
I love how he brought it up. I was like, yeah.
It's a short, tall, blondish,
You're-
brownish, blackish hair.
They breathe. Oh,
Atala is hard to miss aboard the hub. She stands at about 6.5 feet, has green skin, red hair, and you'll probably see her first with the hat that she wears. The biggest, fluffiest feathered hat. That is probably where you will. It is usually a different hat every day. I can't tell you but it will be a large, feathered or fancy hat.
and how tall is she?
It'll be like an
6.5
ostentatious
feet
hat.
tall.
Ostentatious is a very good.
To 7 feet tall.
6.5.
6.5.
Seven,
Well,
seven with the hat.
If
though.
yes, if you include the hat, it probably would be 7 feet.
I'm with you,
6.5.
Dorian.
Okay.
But she will
Elias is very
Wow,
interested.
she is a tall person. All right. Well,
be wary though, as she is a merchant and she does come and go. She has dealings with the Federation. She is what you would call a smuggler.
Very well.
Got it.
But if the
Victoria-
star charts are what you're looking for, she is. Yes, Quinn.
How much does a star chart cost? Do you know?
Again, I don't negotiate prices on items I don't sell. You'd
It's
have
okay.
to speak with Atala on that.
Okay.
We can always trade favors or something. I mean,
Yeah, he
If-
said information.
Information
Yeah.
is her currency.
Well, first things first. If you can go ahead and start the proper steps to get us a meeting with Hecate. Hecate.
Hecate, yes.
Hecate. Why can't I remember that? Dang.
It has been many
Lord-
generations since you've seen her. Perhaps it is just foggy in your mind.
Right.
Lord Hades, do you think it would be wise to let her know that you are specifically wanting to meet with her, or just that she has a guest?
Well, how common is she to meet with just any old Joe Smo?
If you are to get a meeting with Hecate, probably have to.
Also, I don't think that he's going to be doing a lot of like blending in here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people saw us on our way here, and so there's probably a bunch of people that are like, "Holy crap,
Yeah,
Lord Hades!"
I won't be surprised if a few people if word hasn't gotten to her already.
I think we can probably set the meeting up ourselves, though, right? Like, especially in case if she's like not super happy about you being here. Like, we don't want to get this guy all mixed up in that.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, if we're just wandering around and she knows that you're here and she thinks that you're going to mess with her plan to, like, sacrifice people, she might try to remove you.
Well, here's the thing. It seems like somebody was also, aside from Hades just leaving, seems like somebody was supposed to come relieve her if they rotate. So, like, maybe she's just stuck.
How
and
long has she
even
been
after
here?
that god, someone should have came in that one's place, even if they didn't show.
Yeah.
Maybe
How-
she took their power.
Has she already been here 1,000 years?
I'm sorry, were you asking me?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry. Like, has she already been here 1,000 years?
She has been here many generations. I am not sure what year.
So, like, above 500, below 1,000.
Sorry.
Rotations
Rotations.
of the rotations around the center stars.
There's a binary system here. You rotate around.
Well,
Oh shit.
We keep track of our time by generations. It has been 8-9 generations.
is a generation for
He said
Her
1,000. He said 1,000 years at first, so I assumed it was 1,000 years. But is
Her
that
How
shift
long
is
do your
over.
people live?
yeah. Oh,
We're
like
here.
basically, is she here past her shift? Should she have been rotated out by now?
Traditionally, yes.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if so, because that's he mentioned earlier she needed sacrifices because she didn't have energy.
right? Okay. Well,
Maybe she wants you to remove her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if she's having sacrifices because she needs energy, she might not want to be here.
but one, I just get the word out that I want to speak with her.
I don't think we need to ask him to do
I
that.
can do
I mean,
that,
I don't mind if he
Lord
I
does.
don't know
but
anyone here, and we could end up talking to some strange person. It's like, yeah, sure. I'll
I'm
take
pretty
you to
sure
her.
we can just go directly up to that big old temple up there and find her.
I can get us there.
True.
Like in the ship.
Probably don't think that's the smartest idea.
Right,
Mm-mm,
drop us in
mm-mm.
right where her firm is.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I'm all
mm-mm.
for.
I don't know that we'd be able to get it back out.
Quinn, I'm all for a dramatic entrance like the next person, but that might be a little bit above the bar.
you're right.
I am more
We
than
should get a
happy
speeder.
to announce your arrival and set up a meeting. It is an
And
honor to serve, Lord. To be honest, I had lost my faith for a long time, but seeing you return with my own eyes would be my honor.
thank you. We also need to go to our ship, and once you've done you've gotten us sorry, I read the thing. Once you've finished with, getting us our meeting, you can meet us back at our ship, and we can discuss trading our titanium.
Yes.
Yes. That is
What else
something I could definitely quote you for. We could definitely.
Very well. We also need to talk to some people back to of our ship. So
I'm sorry, my communicator is going off. Please excuse me.
my,
Um. Yeah.
Can I ask another question?
Of
Dorian,
course, my
before we leave?
friend.
Yeah, thanks, Dorian. Hey, so we were telling you about this Beats here. Big metal guy, really strong, really charismatic, good looking. How many of these things are around this planet?
Like this? None. This is the
But,
only
like-
one of its kind.
Others, are there like angry ones or like helpful ones or like maybe some other
no,
types?
he means there's none that have the thinking capacity and free will like he does.
Oh, okay. What
all
about
the
just like
automatons here are friendly. Do as they're told, and should they break conduct, they are put down.
okay?
No offense.
Great.
They're turned off and handled.
It's okay. Beats would never break conduct.
I think
Never.
Beats actually creates
That we
conduct,
know
just ongoing.
Yeah, he's like a conduct exuder.
Great. That's it. I just wanted to see. Just one time. Oh, one other thing. Sorry, Hecate. Does she have any sort of like bodyguards or like personal priests or priestesses that like hang out close to her or him all the time?
Yes, this time of year she is surrounded by 2 bodyguards because of her fragile state.
Old. Yeah.
Until
that
she
way.
consumes the life force energy, she is all but
Hmm,
incapacitated. So she is
got it.
surrounded by this time of year.
Those bodyguards look like anybody in the room.
No,
Like
no,
me.
no, no. These bodyguards, they are black and gold. Horns out of they are beasts.
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
can't keep doing this voice.
Yeah.
So hey, we should go.
One more question.
Oh, like 10 more
Another-
questions.
Another hour till the stream's done. Dorian, hey, you've been great.
Please consider my place your place of refuge while you are here.
Thank you.
It
Thank
would
you
be
so
my honor.
much.
I'll put in a good word with Hades for you.
I don't think you need to.
Hades, he's great.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, Quinn.
Top-notch work. Thank you.
I know you
we'll
can't tell
sit-
because my skin is gray and wrinkly, but I am blushing.
But we will meet you at our ship in a few minutes.
I am
Say
to
maybe
go
an
up
hour.
in the
Maybe
ship.
give it more of an hour.
No, not the big one. Back.
Very
To our-
good. Yes, in the I can't remember my own
E15.
B-15.
You can go.
But yes, we will see you there shortly, and hopefully we'll have some other news, and you'll have greater news for us. So
I will do my best. And he bows as he kind of leaves and leaves the door unlocked. Seemingly completely trusting in you guys not to mess.
okay. Well, we need to head to our ship. To
I
the.
have an idea.
I'm all for it. Well, I'm all for hearing it first, but
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so like first of all, like I said, I'm pretty sure maybe Hecate or whatever. Maybe she doesn't want to be here, but if she does want to be here, this is like the perfect time to go, like,
Take her out.
take her out. Just the
Keep her in her
bodyguards, but I bet
weakened
we could deal
state.
with them.
Well, I'm not gonna kill her.
I mean,
Clearly,
I'd
she's
prefer not to,
doing- she's
but if she
doing
tries to
what
kill you.
she- Oh yeah, and I'm gonna defend myself if it comes down to it, but I don't want to have to kill her if I don't need to.
Yes.
She seems to just be doing what she, from what the standpoint of gods and stuff,
is what she's supposed to be
she's
doing.
doing what she's supposed to do. No one's been here to relieve her, so she has to stay in the material plane. But I want to hear it from her.
Yeah, no. So we should definitely go talk to her. Other idea to get a star chart if maybe like Hecate can't work that out for us if she turns out to be friendly. But if she can't, what if we give for information? What if we give just the lady with the hat like a clue to the vaccine?
Attila?
Yeah.
Atala, sorry.
Yeah, to trade for the star chart. That way we could like just sort of give a seed, but not the vaccine entirely. And then she would have information, and then we would have a star chart, and then it would be good.
And she can hold a monopoly on the vaccine.
But she's a smuggler. She would just sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But be the only one who can sell it. So
Well, then maybe we'll give her a clue, and then as a gift, we'll give Dorian maybe a clue, or the same clue,
Or we can give her like an Omni tool.
or something. I don't think we should give her an omni tool.
that's
Talk
not,
about that for a little bit. I mean, isn't it kind
Yeah.
of weird how tech savvy everything is here?
no,
It's like-
not really.
Isn't it like 10,000 years in the past?
Well, think of it as someone you get strong. If you got strongest as you could, you can still get stronger, but you would get stronger, in increments.
Or something
I'm
can
alre-
take you out.
Yeah, you're already at the peak of what you can. You can still get stronger. It's just when you started, there was clearly a growth in strength. But when you reach the max, you still get stronger, but it's just
not as visible.
it's not as visible.
I don't know.
Technology, there's a point where technology reached its peak and it got better, but slowly.
I mean, I would also argue that it probably doesn't increase as greatly because space travel hasn't increased. Like, we're the only ones who have warp drives. Like, we got here in 10 minutes. We got here in 20 minutes. It would probably take them hours to get here normally.
Yeah, so it would be like really insular.
Yeah, so this place probably sees travelers and trade people as like an intermediary, but I don't know how often it would be that they get actual new people with new technology. Like, for instance, the Avia Ra, my people, are very secular with their technology. We have technology that no other race has, but they're not going to share it because it's particular to our race. The elves have the same thing, and the humans and the dwarves and the gnomes. This is like an intergalactic, really, competition,
As a
between the
third
different
option,
empires.
if a planet not too far away from here was either imploded itself or was destroyed, maybe this nearby place didn't fare very well either.
Possible. We can always ask the history books when
Mhm.
we get back to the ship.
Also,
First, though-
We
mildly.
should probably start walking back towards.
Yeah, we should go talk to Hecate, I think. I think that should be the first thing we do. But that's just my vote. What do you guys think?
Well, we need to secure the star chart, and that means we need to get credits. And I don't want to bet everything on Hecate if we can't get anything. So
No, yeah, like if stuff goes wrong.
Yeah,
No,
if
yeah,
stuff
that's
goes
a good
wrong,
idea.
I rather make sure we at least still have the star chart. So if we do have to run away,
We got them already.
we have an idea where to go.
That is smart. You're so tactical, Hades.
It's kind of why I'm head of security.
I know.
Oh god.
You're
Also,
good at it.
I had a weird thought about Corellia as we're walking.
Mhm.
If the maw moves with like if the maw is in orbit, could the maw have taken the planet at some point?
Like,
Like
I
if
think
the
what
it's
if it?
planet
I think
passed through the
it's
maw?
I think it's stationary. It just happens to line up with a zone every few years or months
Or
at a
it,
time.
I just kind of thought that maybe since we FTL'd through it, it just spat us out really far from the maw.
We also had momentum, so
Yeah, exactly. We just went.
No, but I mean like if the planet was in orbit or if the maw moved or the planet moves, maybe they pass through the maw, which is why the technology there is so whacked out.
Maybe.
Just maybe that could explain why maybe we don't know if we're really in the correct location. Because if that planet imploded, it wasn't there anymore, right?
hmm
Well, the planet wasn't there anymore. That was the argument we had, the information that we had. Maybe it went through the maw. I don't know how the maw actually works anymore. I'm getting more confused about how things work.
indeed.
That's because our sense of reality has been betrayed. Because time travel's not supposed to be
Can I
possible.
do a perception? Can I see if anyone's like paying it any extra attention to me?
Yes, you can. You can roll a perception check, Hades.
While we maul things over.
I got a 14.
Okay. Hades, as you're kind of glancing around, you see just about everybody you walk by is watching your group walk by. You see, some of them are pointing and whispering. Some of them
Hey,
are like smacking fingers and not like.
Rude.
But it's
I
very
saw, I'd be
obvious.
like, I saw that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
But it's very obvious to you as you're looking around that people are watching your group move through the city back towards your ship. And as you approach the ship, those little mushroom-like looking robots are kind of moving about the center. They're not really touching the ship because Adriandne had yelled at them. But they're just kind of like running back and forth, kind of doing little tasks in the control booth.
Fixing
I
the
love
pod
this.
racer.
They're mouse droids.
All right. I try to go. I go inside the ship to contact the Banneker.
Okay.
This is Hades to the Banneker.
This is the captain. Go ahead, Hades.
So, I don't know how to explain this, but I am mistaken for a god. And potentially will be having a meeting with the current supposed god watching over this place. And we do have a lead on a star chart, but there's a lot happening on this planet, and I mean on this moon base space station.
Affirmative. You have permission to investigate, but do not interfere. Do not do anything that might cause issues with the timelines. Not sure what kind of effect we might have interfering with things as we are believing to be in the past. We don't want to screw anything up for our present or. So please, you have my permission to investigate further. Please follow up the lead on the star charts. Priority 1 is securing those star charts.
Of course.
But do not do anything to intervene or affect the timelines.
Will do, sir. We are in the process of getting currency. Credits doesn't seem to be cutting it in this time. Something called shills. Shilling,
Yes.
or I think it was shillings. I think.
Shells?
Shells. Yeah.
Some of the history books refer to shells being used as currency. If that's what it takes to pursue these star charts, please do so.
Right. We met with a loco. He's gonna buy our titanium as much as he can probably afford, and we'll have the currency and hopefully enough to buy the Star Sharp from our lead.
Fantastic. ETA?
We probably will be staying here tonight, but we should have the Star Chart within an hour.
Fantastic. Keep me informed as to your progress.
Roger.
Roger.
Katie's out.
Captain out.
I just slammed my head on console.
Hitting the eject button.
So
Hades was not the imposter.
So now should we just like ignore that order or like
Oh yeah, we are, but I don't want
okay.
I mean, we kind of already broke the orders by showing up.
Yeah, we did.
At this point, your friend Dorian comes in through the sliding door into the area that the ship is in. I have wonderful news for you, my friends.
to.
I have secured a meeting with Hecate in an hour's time.
Perfect.
How'd she take the news that Hades was back?
I was not in the room, but she has agreed to the meeting.
Okay, well we at
Awesome.
least have that.
Okay.
Well, we talked with our people, and first things first, we need to secure ourselves a Star Shard.
Yes.
And to do that, I'm probably going to need to.
Let's trade some
Currency.
titanium.
Yes, and
How much titanium did you have? Is it processed or raw?
Processed.
process.
Oh, fantastic, even better.
It's in sheets already and everything.
Holy sheet.
You see him get really excited and his trunk kind of curls up in on itself and his ears flap outwards. Processed titanium?
Yeah.
I must be honest with you, my friends. I'm not sure if I have the shells to afford such a thing.
Oh
Should've
well,
said so
I
earlier.
believe we have enough to go around. So if you
Yeah,
can't afford all of it,
we
we
can
will
give
make
it
sure.
to you
we'll-
at a
we'll-
really good price.
Yes.
Fantastic. Let me see this titanium.
Right.
And he kind of peeks in the
Um,
ship, and as he sees these sheets that you have brought, his eyes go wide and, oh, my friends, I do not have enough shells for this much processed titanium. The most I can give is 500,000 shells.
Oh man.
What is the standard rate for titanium?
Yeah, how much titanium will that get you?
Where you're from, because again, you're not really familiar with this ecosystem and shells.
Yeah.
You would be used to this kind of titanium processing for maybe 100 credits.
Okay, but this guy's making it seem like this is an exorbitant amount of high quality deal.
Right. Because it's already processed. At least
That's
that's the
probably-
signals
Is
you're
the
getting.
processing expensive? Is that what it is? Or we don't know?
You really haven't determined that, but he is leading to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Hey, Dorian.
Sorry.
Dorian, if you don't mind, do you see the ship here? If I wanted to buy a similar ship, how much would it cost, do you think, in shells?
For a ship like this,
Yeah.
5-6
working
million
condition.
shells.
Okay. Okay. 6
much?
million shells. 6
6
million,
million?
shells.
5 or 6 million, depending.
Sure.
So this would be like a 12th of a ship.
Okay. Well,
Is metal really rare here? Do you guys have a problem getting a hold of it?
No. We have plenty of raw material here. It's what we deal in most of the time. It's the processing of titanium that is so expensive.
Okay.
Titanium is a pretty hard metal to process. There's only a few metals harder than.
Right. How about I don't want you to have to give up your entire stocks of money. So how about we sell you half, and we'll find someone else to buy the other half.
Oh, no, my friend. I will come up with the other finances. Do not worry about that. I could turn around and sell it or more, and if I sell the first bulk, then I could pick up the other half from you. No problems, no problems.
Dorian, shells are common. Like everybody uses shells in this part of the galaxy.
It is the currency in this system, yes.
In this system,
It's just sorry.
And what else? in this?
We haven't been in Poseidon system for a while.
Yes, of course, Lord Hades. I'm sorry, it skipped my mind that you are more powerful than us. You probably travel between systems. At will, almost.
can people not travel between systems?
No. Travels outside of this.
Hmm.
By
Hades
system,
was-
by system, do you mean like the planets surrounding your binary star, like
Yes.
like the closed system?
Yes, there is a planet here that may have that technology, but they keep to themselves and do not travel around here.
And what planet is that?
Name is eluding me, but it is
Is it
home.
Corellia?
No. Corellia is abandoned. People don't. But
The raid?
yes, you are not from this system. I keep forgetting. There was a raid on Corellia.
Right. But-
By who? Like, what happened?
These ships came out of nowhere, just bombarded the planet,
with plasma.
stripped it, yes, with plasma, stripped it of its resources, and then disappeared. Where they went, no one really knows.
They didn't stop by here.
Luckily, no. It is believed, Lord Hades, that you are the one that went to confront them.
Sorry, there must be gaps in my memory. Been away for some time. This was about 100 years ago.
Thousands.
The raid? Oh, yes,
Yeah.
many generations.
Sorry, generations. Right. Okay. Well,
We should go to the temple. I think they would be able to tell us more. Like
yeah,
after we get
well,
the
for,
star chart.
yes. Can you lead us to this? Well, once we finish our transaction here.
Yes, of course. Come, and he kind of leads you into that little room and starts pulling out these little sacks that are made of this like onyx. Almost, it's kind of like a really thin metal, that is like a metal fabric almost, and it's black and kind of shiny on the outside. But when he opens it up, it's really soft and almost furry on the inside. And he opens it up, and you can kind of look in, and there are these actual just like shells in there. They're all those little clam shells.
Mm-hmm.
They're all bleached white. Kind of like if you go down to Florida, you go to the little shell shop, you get those little white clam shells. They're all about the same size. Some of them are a little bit bigger. He puts that on the counter and he says, "If you would like to count them, I will take no offense to this. It is a large sum, Lord."
I just scan it.
You do it with your eye?
Count for me, Omnitool.
I use my Omni tool.
Yeah,
That's why we have them.
Yep.
1, 2,
Okay, Caleb.
3.
So yeah, you scan the bag, and it comes out that there are 500,000 little white shells in the bag.
Short. No, I was kidding.
It's all there.
Yes, it's almost as if I knew this was going to happen.
What do you mean?
It is coincidence that I have 500,000 shells saved in this bag.
Oh no. Perfect, actually.
Yeah, coincidence.
Please, give me 12 hours and I will have 500,000 more for the rest of the titanium.
Check with this. Like, what's this guy got? What's this guy got going here?
It was like, is he a drug dealer? Insight check.
You may roll an insight if you would like to.
Can we buy drugs from the drug dealer? Insight check.
17.
You get the sense that there may be some other things he's got going on the side. You don't think that he's not a nefarious person. He doesn't seem shady. but there's something going on with
I don't
his
know. He
funding.
worships me, so it's pretty shady.
Yeah, it's pretty shady.
But
I
yeah,
am the
he does
god.
seem to be kind of confident in his movements. His body language suggests that he knows what he's doing is okay. He doesn't
Right,
seem
right.
nervous or anything like that.
Okay. Then yeah, I mean, I take the shells and I was like, all right, you can have your droids unloaded.
Fantastic. It is okay for them to go aboard your vessel. He looks right
Uh,
at Adriandne.
Yeah, as long as they don't try to like fuel up the bathroom.
Yes, fantastic. They have never seen such a magnificent ship. I will, if you would allow me, to have them scan, then perhaps next time you land, they won't be so ignorant.
um,
It is a ship of the gods, so I'm not sure if that's the best idea.
Yeah, if they scan it, it might be too much information and they might literally short circuit. And that would be really bad. I don't want to mess up all your droids.
Fair enough. I will not be able to service the vessel without the
That's
scan,
okay.
but
I can
it's
handle
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I will have them begin unloading. And he kind of looks over to him and he speaks in that language. I think Adriandne, you can pick it up, right? And
What,
you hear
undercommon?
no, it's like that gnomish.
Oh
dialect.
yeah,
okay.
it was kind of a lost
Yeah.
old dialect.
And you can kind of pick up, don't touch anything. Go aboard, unload, don't touch anything. Kind of what he's reiterating.
Oh, touchy.
They take off and they scatter and they begin to kind of unload, and you see them kind of unloading one sheet at a time, like all four of them around each corner are kind of unloading one sheet at a time. Please, if you will follow me, I will take you to the pyramid.
Yeah.
Oh, we need
Excuse
to
me.
talk to the smuggler lady first.
Our
yeah.
meeting's in an hour.
Yeah.
How
It
far is it to
probably-
get to the pyramid?
If we are walking from here, perhaps 20 minutes. If we take a shuttle, 5.
Then I said we just meet up with this smuggler lady.
Yes, at least introduce ourselves and set up a meeting for later. And then, yeah.
It shouldn't take that long.
Yeah.
I would be more than happy to point you in the direction. But it is okay with you. I would not like to be present.
Oh no, that's totally
that's
fine.
fine. Yeah, just point her out to us, and we'll take care of the rest. And
Fantastic.
we'll rendezvous with you
Follow
at
me,
the
please. And he-
pyramid.
Also, hey, you guys, do we want to give her the information we discussed?
Would I
have
know
it.
Would I know the ingredients for the inoculation, or can I pull it up on my Omnivore?
Hades, I'm gonna have you roll a medicine check. Elias, you would know certain what's in there as because you're the healer.
Chemically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I have medical training and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said it's just like a cocktail of vaccines
Like a
and stuff.
space penicillin.
Yeah. It's
No,
it's
And,
more
like,
like
it's-
the MTX vaccine that we have nowadays, where you have measles, mumps, like it's all like packaged together.
Yeah.
would this, just curious, if you were to vaccinate someone with this thing, would they be protected, but also like their kids and their kids and
Or is it like the vaccines we have now where it's not?
it's like one
You gotta
person?
take
like,
it.
Yeah, it's not. You can't inoculate one person and save the entire population. It would be something you'd have to distribute.
But if you were to distribute to an entire population, technically, if we destroy the disease, then technically it wouldn't be around for follower generations.
Correct.
Have to almost
Like-
leave one with.
like-
You know, unless eventually some people decide that there's something weird with the vaccine and decide not to take it, and then it introduces
Oh
vaccine
God.
Mhm.
into the
Yeah.
population. But
But not if
Anti-vaxxers?
not if we were to
Space
vaccinate
vaxxers.
every single person, then that would be it.
Space anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know very much about this virus, or you might, but we don't know if it mutates or not. Like if it's just like
it's more like measles or mumps and less like the flu.
okay.
Where if these people get inoculated, it's going to eradicate this disease from being an
on
issue.
this station.
Yeah. They'll obviously still have it because they'll be inoculated, so they'll have the antibodies from it. So it'll still be like if they were to go off and have it, they would spread it that way because it's on this planet. But they would be inoculated, so they'd have the antibodies, and they basically spread the antibodies that way.
So what I was thinking is, yeah, if we give them a clue, it won't necessarily, hopefully, like, give them this right away and really screw things up, but it might help them find it a little faster.
I mean,
Well,
that would make her very rich. She would have the
Exactly.
only inoculation.
We could give half to
mono-
her and half to our friend Dorian.
Ooh, yeah, that could work.
I mean, if she's looking for riches, we also have 500,000 shells.
Sure.
She
Yeah,
wants
well, yeah.
information.
First, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to her. Let's go. Walking and talking.
Okay.
I'm the space guys.
So you
I'll do
head
the
out
talk.
this hub, and as you exit the hub and you take a right instead of going down towards the city and everything, take a right and you are going down this almost pier-like structure where it's kind of raised above the ground below so that airships can kind of dock next to these piers. So it has a very nautical look to it and almost looks like a Greek pier dock, but it's for spacecraft. And ground is made out of metal, processed metal. It looks more of a like iron or steel nature rather than the titanium that you're used to seeing on ships and everything. But it does look like it's made of metal. And as you're kind of walking across, you see a large population of on this pier. And off in the distance, you see a large figure wearing a boisterous pirate hat with biggest blue feathers sticking out of it. Almost like a peacock ostrich feather. It's like that large, but it's a peacock feather kind of looking thing where it's got lots of colors.
We gotta get one of those.
Yeah. And a bright red trench coat, Treasure Planet trench coat style thing.
Nice.
Red curly hair that's like the 80s style, big hair, just down, poofy. And you can see the back, and this person is kind of directing traffic on and off of this vessel. It looks kind of like a dirigible, but it's got this little bubble that kind of comes down, and the dirigible is connected to this metal pirate ship looking thing.
What's the distance from the pier that we're walking on to the ground? Like if we were to fall off, how far would it be?
About 150 feet.
So, not infinity.
Death, though. That's pretty much death for all of
Fall
us.
off into space.
That'd be what, a 15-story building. So I mean, it would be
it's a lot.
painful, but it wouldn't be void.
And when you mentioned the ground being metallic, did you mean the ground like that we're walking on in the pier,
Yeah.
or the ground 150 feet down?
No, the ground 150 feet down, it looks more like Mars surface. It's really kind of dusty and red and deserty.
Okay.
But the
It's
pier
the,
itself
it's
is
the
metal.
surface. It's the surface of the moon.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
All right. We'll meet you at the pyramid, my friend.
Very well. And
course.
friends.
Yep.
I love that.
And
The name of
you
my-
actually see
my
him
show.
kind of turn around and walk back towards the edge of the pier and take a right-hand turn, which takes him on a westerly direction towards where you can see these buildings that are kind of circular and have these domes over top of them, and each dome has a flag pillar, and each flag is waving with a different icon. You can't really make out the icons from this, but each flag is a different color, and each one has a different icon on it, and you kind of head into that direction.
Before we do anything, can I take out my handy dandy binoculars and look if I can see?
Yes, absolutely. So you pop your binoculars up there, and you see that each flag has different symbols for different types of merchants. You can tell that these are merchant stalls and shops.
Got it.
And they're trading in various goods and materials.
Take a quick mental note and then put away my trusty
Pop
binoculars.
about the flip that. He bet to flip the brick. I mean, anyway,
No, yeah, I was like, where is he going? What are these flags? Are we in trouble?
That's what I was kind of checking.
they're
Like,
over there.
should I
They're
put
over
my
there.
should I get my concussion rifle out or my
Space
bent tape?
police.
So I will lead the group towards our treasure planet pirate friend.
Okay.
This is gonna be great.
As you walk up to her, you hear her speaking in Elvish. So you can identify the language. If you can speak Elvish, you can understand what she's saying, but you can easily identify that it is, in fact, Elvish.
I
Quinn can.
Okay, Quinn. Who else speaks Elvish? Anything else? Okay.
The elf.
ladies.
I was gonna say the elf, maybe.
like I will hope so.
Never know. You could pick a different language.
Get it by default.
Worst of your worst.
Like I have no choice.
I think you come with that one.
You could backstory it that you're an elf raised by dwarves and you speak Dwarvish.
That's true.
Dwarvelicious.
Anyway, you hear this
Elvish.
this woman speaking in firm and dictating tones, and she is telling people, "You take that, put it over here. You take this over here. You deliver that to the," and she's directing like specific merchant stalls and basically giving directions and orders to what appear to be her crew.
Mhm.
As you're looking, her back still turned. You can see there's a couple people that are on the ship, kind of bringing stuff down off the ship and putting them on the dock, and then there's people coming from the dock, picking up these items and taking them, telling them to take them. And the people on the ship look very happy. They seem to be smiling and have a very happy demeanor. The people on the docks have a very different demeanor. They seem to be very grumpy. The scowls on them. Kind of, you can see them muttering to themselves.
There's no frowning around Lord Hades.
Yeah, come on.
Like I'm assuming like no one else has noticed me except for like people probably behind her.
Yeah, the people on the dock seem to be so busy they're not really paying attention to the people around them.
Mm-hmm. And I speak in Elven. Could I bother you for a hot minute?
She kind of turns around, and as she turns around, you got very green skin. It's like bright green, like Crayola green.
It's a great way to describe it.
And she's got these yellow, almost reptilian-looking eyes. You know, the ones with the slits in them.
Mm-hmm.
And she turns. Other than that, she's got very fair. It's like a very nice complexion, except for this one scar that kind of loops around her cheek and up to her ear. And as she turns around, her hair kind of covers it, but you can see one ear that's kind of sticking out. Kind of, it's almost like a Yoda ear, not elf Yoda, like sticking outwards. But this ear doesn't seem not sticking out past the hair. And she turns around and pulls off her hat, revealing this huge 80s curly, wavy red hair. Pulls the hat off and, "I am ever at your service. What can I do for you?" Hat back on.
Yes, my name is Hades. I was wondering if I could trouble you for a star chart.
Ah, so you're the one they are talking about. Town is abuzz with you.
Yes, word travels fast. It seemed our primary ship came down with a virus and destroyed some of our data, along with our star charts. And I was told you came highly recommended for one to get another.
Highly recommended by whom?
Little birdies.
Anyone I asked for. They just said you were the best person to find a star chart from and trustworthy.
Best
enough.
person to find a star chart. Yes, I do have a star chart aboard my vessel, and you are welcome to download this. But it is going to be rather expensive.
Like how expensive?
don't know. What kind of information can you trade for it?
Oh, I have shells. If
Oh, I
That-
have shells aplenty.
of course.
I deal
Well-
in information.
Cool. Indeed. Well, how would you like to have a monopoly?
Not typically a merchant, but you have my interest. What is it that you can offer me?
Well, I can't give you the full thing as I don't have it, but I can give you the workings of a vaccine. One that can cure a very fatal disease.
Yeah, we can bestow upon you some godly knowledge.
While this does seem very interesting, I'm
Not all of
very
it, obviously,
curious.
'cause-
I'm sorry? I'm sorry, you cut
Amy?
out, Amy.
What? Oh, sorry, my internet did a thing.
That's all right.
She said we could bestow upon her some godly knowledge, but not all of it, otherwise her brain would explode. But some of it.
Okay. She looks down at you and, well, this is very intriguing, but I'm not sure how I would make money off of this information.
Oh, someone like you? I know you know the right people to. If you gave them a breadcrumb, they can solve it.
I'm sure I could find somebody who have the pharmaceutical knowledge, break the code, as it were. But again, I do not see how I could profit off of
You
It's-
would
Sell
be
it to them?
You would literally be the only one who would have the cure. You would set the price.
price. I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. They do not sell healthcare here.
Oh.
These places. That makes sense.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Dang
hey,
it, damn it,
said-
we're in Europe, guys.
Europe. We're in anywhere else in the world. Almost.
Yeah.
We're in not the United States on Earth.
True.
Hey, Atella, you know, you got a means of space travel.
You see this glorious vessel in front of you.
This one right here.
Yeah, of course. This is
Oh,
the
sorry, I
best
thought you
ship
said
in the
glorious.
system.
So you could. So,
Wow,
quick question:
Okay. Wow.
Do you
Man, oh my god.
do you do you know how to see the going prices for processed titanium?
Processed titanium.
Yeah.
You are able to get your hands on some processed titanium.
Oh no, we already have processed titanium. I was going to offer the spot where the abandoned mine of processed titanium is, but I mean, a smuggler with a ship. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's not attractive.
Now,
either.
this information is something I can definitely do something.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Perhaps we do
Well,
have
that's
a
good
trade.
to know. Okay. Well, let's conference over here really quick, and we'll get back to you. Okay? Can you just give us like 5 minutes?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm currently unloading my recent edition.
Excellent. We'll be right back. Okay. What do you guys think?
It's an awesome idea. Low five.
I'm trying to play like hardball, but like at the same time, like
We
still
also
get a star chart.
No,
I'd
you're
like
doing
this-
great. That's so good.
Wow.
So I'd like to see the star chart before we make the actual like deal.
Here's the thing. Her star chart is only going to have Poseidon's system. No one travels outside of the system.
Well, maybe she does.
True.
Does that
Or
mean
she
we don't
knows of
want
the
a
people
star
who-
chart?
Well, I'm thinking if we have a race that can go outside of the system, that has the technology but isn't involved, like Dorian was saying, maybe she would have the system have the information to reach them.
That's fair. But also, we don't know if that titanium.
Also, I'd like to see
plant-
her star charts, if you know what I mean.
I just
Oh,
imagine the Johnny Depp Alice in Wonderland hair. So like when you say that, it's awesome because I'm just imagining Johnny Depp in my mind.
It's just female
The
Johnny
live
Depp.
action. Yeah,
That's
the live
green.
action. Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking more of just a slightly bigger, like Peggy Bundy hairstyle.
That's what I was picturing.
Hey, Bundy, I have to look at that.
Du- du- du. Okay. Anyways, sorry. We'll be right there.
Okay.
So back
Yeah,
to Peggy
I think
Bundy.
if we tell her the location of this is a good idea.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know if we're going to be leaving here directly, and we don't know how long it's going to take her to get back there. And we also don't remember if that place is still functioning.
Well, here's the thing. It
'Cause you
doesn't
remember that-
actually matter
Because the information is the location.
because you deal with information. So I'm thinking we have one must-have from the captain, and that is to get a star chart. And then once we do that, we can figure out if you're actually a real god or not. Because if you are, we should totally hang out here for like ever.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, like at least a week. Like just quick shore leave. You know, hey, we just went through a mall. Come hang out at Hades' house, which is actually a moon base. That would be awesome. But first we get a star chart. We should totally get a star chart first.
Okay.
And then we could take over the moon base, and you could be.
I
the
mean,
leader.
we could have a full vacation for everybody on the ship.
That's what I'm saying, man. And then they could like live here, and then we could take the ship and like figure out where we're going. Then we don't have to have a bunch of civvies on our ship. Well, we're traveling over space. We don't know where they are. We could like deposit them here, and like be, and then you could come back and be like, hey, keep doing great work. We're still going. Sorry, 2 more minutes.
She's not even paying attention. She's
Yeah,
just
I
shouting.
figure she's not even paying attention. She's like,
Anyways, besides the vacation spot, which I still think we should talk about later, but for right now, star charts. We gotta get star
Elias?
charts. Doesn't
I'd
matter how
like-
we think about it. Captain says we need it.
Okay, I think I need to see the star charts before we commit to this. Also, I want to see if we can trade the information we have now for whoever is that race or people that can go outside of the system. 2 for 1.
2 for okay.
Because the information that she wants is way more valuable than what we want.
Okay.
so information on anyone who could travel outside the system.
Yeah.
And
Who they are, where they are.
I get nervous in negotiations.
no
I sweat.
shit.
I sweat a lot. So if somebody else wants to take lead, I'll look tough.
I was kind of already doing that, but
Great. Okay.
you insulted her ship, so
I was setting a position. I was setting a position of dominance.
No, I totally see what you were doing. It was good. It
Yeah.
was good.
I was it was an anchor point. I read it in a book once.
Also, the ship
Once.
isn't that nice. So, I mean, it
It's
makes
also
sense.
kind of the truth, but I mean, we're flying with a god, so
Like,
we
I'm
gotta
a
have nice
bird man. It's
chariot.
fine. I
Okay,
know
listen,
what
I'm
good
sure
ships look
it's a
like.
very nice ship for, like, what? Like, don't be rude, though.
It's probably got a secret turret that with guns and stuff that we don't see. It's probably like that, which is cool.
Anyway, so we can all agree, yes, let's give her the location of this mine, and then maybe Hades will try to get some more information and make sure that she lets us see the star charts first before we give her the coordinates. Or maybe if she wants, we can give her like half of the coordinates and then see the star charts and then give her the other half of the number.
Well, I like that. And the alien race. Or sorry, the race that travels. Sorry,
Yes,
the alien.
yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm the alien here. I'm
So
the
that way we
human,
both get
not-
something that we want, and then yeah.
Alien's just not anyone from that planet.
Yeah, but I'm the most alien because everyone other race is here except for there's no humans.
there's near humans. But fine. Beats, any
Opinion?
output? I know you've been quiet for a minute. Keeping up appearances.
I'm still trying to just process this whole planet and you being a god. Just
Oh my god.
doesn't calculate very well. But we haven't been taken out yet on this planet, so we're doing good. And he's going to kind of look over at the woman we were supposed to be doing business with, and like, weren't we talking to her?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
but first we needed to make sure that we were all like cool with the
on the
plan.
same
On the-
page.
Yeah.
Also, hey, when we get back to the ship, just download a bunch of religious texts and read them, and then you'll realize that religion is meaningless and makes no sense whatsoever. None of it.
Oh well, okay, cool.
Okay.
That's not exactly true, but
Elias is like holds his book.
I love how the engineer is talking to a cleric and a paladin.
no,
Lord Hades.
I'm
and-
not disagreeing with you,
Lord
but that's not
Hades.
entirely true.
But I meant
Look,
to be more
according
like
to Lord Hades, okay.
people do weird stuff in
I'm
the
gonna start
name of
walking
religion that
towards the
doesn't
lady.
necessarily follow logic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, look at my people. They've been fighting the elves for thousands of years over a star.
Yeah, it's just a star, man.
Yeah, stars everywhere.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
This
Mhm.
just happens to be in the center of the universe.
Yeah, anyway,
Okay,
let's go talk to
so,
Peggy.
speaking of star charts,
I'm so sorry, Elias. I didn't mean to make you sad.
it's okay. He just has spells that
not.
blend all of us.
What?
He's just the person that heals us.
Well,
He's
that's
big.
important. I don't want to
I'm
like.
not offended.
Okay.
If you can't have conversations about religion, what are you doing?
I'm gonna activate my audio log.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna double wink at Hades.
Wink, wink,
I just
nudge,
walk
nudge, know what
away.
I mean, know what I mean?
I just walk. I just look at Quinn and just like,
And I'm gonna follow behind him so I can get it on, I can get our deal on record.
okay.
Let's make a deal.
Excuse me.
You put that over. Yes.
Sorry, that took longer than expected. The information we have for you is a bit more costly than just a star chart. So I was wondering if we can get a second thing as well.
Stations are open.
We need to locate a race, if you know, or a people who can travel outside the system.
Are you looking for passage?
We're looking for charts for them.
Charts for them. The passage is how to do it. So we are fine
We
with
got
that.
passage covered. We
Yeah.
just need maps.
Ah, well then my star chart should be fine for you. Travel outside of Poseidon regularly.
Insight.
Roll.
Come on, roll good. Yes.
Come on,
19.
baby.
Okay. She seems confident. Her body language seems to indicate that she is telling the truth.
Mhm.
Doesn't seem sweaty, nervous. Seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Very well. Could we see the star chart?
You want to see the star chart without giving me anything? Turn.
I don't want to download it. I can disarm myself with technology if you want. And
He
I
kind
would
of
be the
looks you up and down and says, not necessary.
I just want to make sure I know what I'm getting.
Seems like
Actually,
a
I'm
fair
the one who
trade.
needs to look at it.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Sorry.
He
we
has
don't-
no idea what he's looking at.
I'm a pilot. I'm a pilot.
Hold it upside down. Yep, seems legit.
An Avia
Just
Ra
take
wants to
I-90.
board my vessel.
Oh, you have to
Yes.
go on it.
Is that a problem?
No, but I seem to be at a disadvantage in this negotiation. I have no information about what you're trading other than a processed titanium mine.
The processed titanium mine that is within this system, which is very easy for you to get to, and you can use at any point to refill your stocks and give processed titanium to anyone you want. The
Yes.
location is enough information that you know is real and is within this system.
But do I?
Question.
All I have
Yeah.
is your word.
They
Question.
give you-
Ronald.
I am an Avia Ra, excuse me.
Which is why I
just-
don't trust you.
I'm gonna
Ronald, you had a
Z-zap
question.
at you.
Is there a way for me to use my Omni tool to circuit the cameras of of our cargo ship to show like the cargo hold of like what we have in it?
Well, that
Okay, I see
still
what you're
doesn't
saying.
prove anything.
You're trying to Bluetooth in and like do a holographic display.
Yeah, like I want to
in front
show
of
her like We know we like legit, like
Okay.
And she'll
This
have
is
the
what we got
process
from it.
titanium.
this is
Okay.
what we got from it.
We got
But
this.
This is not even all of it.
Yes, you would be able to like wirelessly communicate with the ship and pull that holographic, because I do remember you said you ordered that.
It's a
Yeah.
greenier, actually.
I was like, very well. Here's proof, and I bring it up on my Omnitool.
Kind of looks it over and, well, it seems that the information you have, that it's in this solar system. That
Yes.
is very interesting.
This is.
Very well. 2 of you may board the vessel. I will show you the star charts so that you may see that they are accurate, able to be downloaded. Then you will give me the location. I will send out a scout to verify that it is indeed the actual location. Once that information is verified, I'll give you access to download the. Fair enough?
This is a Peter question, not a Quinn question. So we get to see the charts, then we get to give the data, then we get to download the charts.
Once she
Anybody
has
got-
verified.
Anybody got keen mind? No.
No, but I'm a fighter.
I can stab stuff.
Action surge.
That's fair enough. How long will it take for your scouts to verify?
It depends on the location, of course. How
Yeah.
far are they going?
How long did it take us to get here?
Yeah, well, we have a meeting in an hour.
Our ship is like technically faster than most ships here, right?
Yeah, probably.
It would take them probably hours, where it would take us like 10 minutes.
But you're not quite sure how her ship functions, but you would assume that.
All right. Okay.
Well, she said that she's traveled outside of the system.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
It should be fine.
That's
Like, I
fine,
mean, we
yeah.
can wait for that. That's okay.
Well, you can go meet with.
Yeah, we got to meet a goddess. So,
Yeah.
Well, why don't we
Hecate.
look at the star charts? We'll give her the location while we're talking to Hecate. She can go look. It'll be fine.
and I'll shake her hand. Agreed.
She shakes your hand.
Me and Elias were going.
Follow me, and she leads you up the ramp, onto this like pirate ship looking thing. It looks like it's made of wood. Like it looks like a pirate ship with a dirigible above it attached.
I know this is Elven make, right?
Would recognize this as an elven type of vessel. You also would probably recognize that there's some technology behind this vessel that's not prevalent by first look.
Mhm.
And as you're boarding the vessel and you go down into the captain's quarters, she opens the door and leads you into this room. When she walks around, there's this desk in the middle of the room with some old looking, like almost, 1700s Earth, like pirating looking like sextant and little globe looking thing. Like
Mhm.
she's collected these items, and she kind of walks around to the back and she reaches under the desk and pushes a button. The door shuts, locking Elias and Hades in the room with her. And the desk begins to kind of recede. And then a holographic 3D, like, takes up the whole room, kind of pops into the room. Says, we are here. And this is where I believe your friend is. Yes? He
Which
points to the planet where the Aviara
one?
are from, which is outside of the Poseidon system. So she's kind of showing you that this goes beyond the Poseidon system.
Okay, I want to kind of look around
And get
to
the
like
map.
key points where I am. So key points that I know exist.
Mhm.
Like see if she sees Soul, the Aviara, all this like the primary systems are all
think-
there. Like if anything's missing, if
Okay. You're going to notice that some of the systems are not on the current chart. Like they haven't either they haven't been discovered or they're not involved in this particular star chart. But all the key like home worlds and stuff from the system. You recognize a lot of the points of interest. Soul is on there. Everything seems to be kind of closer together. It seems to be smaller than you're used to seeing and that you've been trained on, but everything seems to be there, and it seems to be accurate as far as you can tell from.
So while I'm looking, I'm gonna be like, so why don't exactly you trust Aviara?
It was one of your kind that took my ear.
Why did one of my kind try to take your ear?
We had an altercation, a dispute about a territory.
You mean the sun is in the center of the universe?
Oh no, I haven't been. Don't go that deep there.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't go that deep into their territory.
Their territory?
Yes.
The Aviara took the Sepulchre Star?
For now.
He's gonna stop and
Does
look
that
at her.
does that matches history?
You know that they've been fighting with the elves, and it goes back and forth.
Okay, okay. So we're in a time where the Aviara are the current
Owners.
of the Scepter Stars. All right, that makes everything. Oh, that's right, because the Vec haven't been made yet, or no, the Vec haven't rebelled yet and stuff. Okay, right.
What's 10,000 years between friends?
So yeah,
So what was the biggest battle recently? I haven't been involved in the conflict myself, but as I'm looking through.
Oh, do you mean between me or between you and the elven kind?
The Elven and the Aviara.
Oh, 30 years ago? There was a large battle for the Sepulchre Star, and your kind took control of the system for. I was not involved in that battle. Known to have happened.
Going back like in history in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
do I kind of know where we're at now?
You would have a
Versus
very
the conflict?
yeah, you would have a really rough idea of, give or take a century or so where you're like what century you're in at this point.
so how many years are we before the Vec rebel?
I'd have to look at 8,
Okay.
but I can give you
Or like, you don't have to give me an exact day. I mean, like, are we like a few hundred years before the Vec rebel, or that even the dwarves even make the Vec, or?
yeah, the Vector kind of they're not because the Vector are
They're
conscious.
not aware yet.
Yeah, they're not
they're
aware.
not conscious yet.
The only thing that really seems to exist so far that you've seen are automatons.
Automatons. So they're not a thing yet.
Yeah, you have not met any Vect
Okay.
other than your friend.
And
Beast.
the guy was really concerned about the idea that a Vect could exist, that a self thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of cross my arms and be like, yeah, we're good on the star chart.
All right.
Well, I have held up my end of the bargain. I will send my scout to what location?
I walk over to the part that has the Poseidon system in it, and I point to Cornelia.
Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Aurelia. Yeah, Cornelia.
Ha! It can't be that close. This will be easy to confirm. Give me 30 minutes and I have an answer for
Can I blow this up real quick, and I can show you where to start?
That's how Corellia is destroyed. It blew it up.
you. Yes, please feel free to manipulate my charts.
And I blew.
Oh my.
Giggity. that drought charm coming in handy. It's like Elias, can you leave the room? I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna need 10 more minutes.
An hour. Anyway, no. I'm sorry.
You don't have time for that. Otherwise,
We're
I'd be
supposed to be meeting
behind you,
we're
man.
supposed to be meeting the other goddess in an hour. This is like the actual goddess, not the.
I'm so
Tall
sorry.
ladies, my weakness. But yeah, no, I blow it up and I look for like the biodome that we were nearby, and I point a little few inches away. I was like, in this general area right here, there's a mine and a processing plant. It's abandoned. Shouldn't have any problems. Careful, the planet's a bit unstable, so careful if they land.
I appreciate the heads up. And she pushes the button, the star charts kind of collapse, and the desk comes up, and she pushes a button on top of the desk, and she says, Brogan, please report to my office. And a minute passes, and the door kind of bursts open.
From Mother Russia.
And Brogan, a disheveled, piratey looking individual with a kind of a scruffy beard, it's got some gray kind of hanging in the center, and he's got these big mutton chops and long hair. He comes in, he says, Tala, what can I do for you? I have a location I would like you to scout, please. She gives him the location. Fantastic, I take our fastest ship. Heads out of the room. Well, you have a meeting to attend, and I have some investigating to do. Return to my ship. Star charts will be ready to download.
Awesome. I'll see you then.
I look forward to it.
And we walk out. Unless
Okay.
you had something else you want to say there.
Nope. Not I.
So the rest of you see Elias and Hades come out of the room and on the plank towards the dock, and they're now among you. And you see her kind of standing on the deck of the ship, looking down at you, smiling. Takes her hat off and bows to you. Hat back on.
All right, if she plays us, I will personally overthrow the captain and hunt her ship down and destroy it.
I mean, okay.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna.
Oh, you are? Because I could probably do something about that.
Okay.
I was gonna say you're talking to the wrong group if you don't want that to happen. Because
Yeah, honestly.
Mutiny!
Let's go talk to a goddess!
It's a good thing I'm not a like legit paladin because I would.
Hey,
Class
maybe
only,
you're an oath of
class only.
vengeance.
Class only. I'm a paladin in name.
So yeah, you're standing on the docks. You can see from the location that you're at. You can see sticking up above everything. This white plaster buildings and everything of this town. You can see this glass blue, kind of almost glowing pyramid, and then at the top there's this massive pantheon that sticks out to the north. You can definitely tell which direction you have to go to get to this thing. So you wander through the town, and as you're kind of wandering along the pier and in through the streets, you do notice that as you go from the dock where everybody's kind of busy doing their thing into this festival that is happening, streets are lined with stalls and carts, and there's ribbons and banners that are hung from street fairs, and there's these little kind of like spinny things that are shooting off sparks that are going off, and people are bouncing around. And as you're processing through this festival, people are stopping what they're doing to kind of watch, and you see them whispering to each other as processes through it. Get to this pyramid area. And
I have a quick question
Yes.
while we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
Can I keep an eye out for anybody that's of that race that is sick looking?
There are
coughing
quite a
or-
few of them here. They seem to be pretty commonplace here.
I meant like that
Sick
look
ones?
ill.
Oh, that are okay.
Yeah, he's looking for sick
Displaying
people.
symptoms. Gotcha.
Just
Um,
in any, not necessarily like if they're coughing or if they're any inclination that they're ill
Okay.
in general.
Roll a perception check.
Perception. That's an 11.
Okay. You do catch one sneezing, but as you're watching, it just looks like it was a sneeze. There doesn't seem to be anything any indicator.
It's not like a widespread thing yet.
Doesn't look like
Achoo,
it.
achoo, achoo,
But,
achoo.
but it's like an elephant sneeze, so like we all were spooked by it. We're like, you actually heard it from a mile away.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't see
Okay.
any indication that this is a widespread illness at this point. It doesn't seem to be affecting everybody that you see. You just catch that one person sneeze and then carry on with what they're doing.
I'm looking for any kind of, as we're making our way through this big crowd, I'm looking for any sort of like police force, guards, weapons.
Okay.
Like especially if there's black and gold. I'm gonna be keeping my eye out for anyone that's black and gold and looks like a beast.
Okay. You do notice that there are a lot of the forces that you see. They're in a uniform, and it is it's a uniform that's very similar, albeit different than the uniforms that you're currently wearing. They've got they're black jumpsuits, and they have red and blue like arm sleeves. Depending on their rank, they have little badges, and they're all carrying what look like halberds that are like pike shooters. The ends of them kind of open up, but they're all carrying these. They all look like they're non-lethal weapons, like they're forces that are to kind of corral crowds or
down.
whatever.
Got
Yeah,
it.
take someone down, not necessarily.
And are the insignias that are on the badges, do those match any of the flags that I saw through my binoculars by chance, or are those some other icon?
They are a different icon. The icon that you are seeing is 3 circles in a triangular form, surrounded by what look like the symbol for atoms swirling around a neutron. So there's
Cool.
3 nuclei, and then am I describing that
Cool.
well enough for you?
Sure. Yeah, I get it. I can see it in my mind.
All right. So that's the little icon on the badge.
And is it like a heavy presence or like a normal?
It's not like heavy as in like there's 5 people on every corner or anything, but they are definitely noticeably there.
Okay.
You can
I'll
see.
point it out to Hades.
A nod.
As you approach, the festival kind of leaves behind you, and there's this massive pyramid standing in front of you, and there is a little rectangular archway that kind of leads into this pyramid, and it's made of this like glass translucence thing, so you can see in the center of this pyramid, past the glass, there are all types of treasures, collections, art, statues, just from every different type of alien species that you can see. It's almost like this trade hub kind of brings things in, and they give these rarities to this pyramid and kind of put them on display, almost kind of like the Louvre. And in the center of this structure, there is a hollow tube that travels all the way up to the top Pantheon. There are 2 of those individuals standing at the entrance of this thing, and your friend Dorian is standing there kind of waving at you. My friends, I have met you here as you requested.
Thank you.
I have spoken with the guards, and they are ready to let you in.
Right. You guys ready for this?
Do it.
Alright.
As we're going in, can I look behind us? Is the crowd like following us, or are they just kind of like looking in awe of Hades and letting us keep going?
The festival is kind of still going on, but there is a group of people who you have noticed are kind of like gathering towards. They're not like following you towards the temple, but they have kind of accumulated a group of people at the edge of where the festival stops and the pyramid kind of. There's probably a group of, I'd say, 15, 20 people. Whereas you passed through the festival, there was like 300, 400 people all enjoying this festival. So you have gathered a small group of people.
Got it.
I am not allowed to enter, but the guards will let you in. Guards kind of tap their insignias, push a little like biometric button on the door, and this glass kind of evaporates, letting you into the pyramid.
These doors are awesome.
These are very good doors.
We should
secret doors.
Oh.
write this down.
All of us are allowed in, or just me?
All of you allowed in.
All right.
Thank you so much, Dorian.
It was my honor and pleasure. Thank you for helping my daughter, whom I
course.
now not know where.
Hey, should we say anything about that?
I don't think
no.
so. I don't think we should.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
Okay.
Right.
Bye.
I will be waiting here for you.
Very well.
You enter into the pyramid. Again, it is just surrounded by relics and statues and artifacts and things you don't recognize, some things you do recognize. Just seems to be all kinds of things just scattered everywhere, almost on display.
Just head straight to the elevator.
Okay. The elevator is a tube, and it is there's like this little archway and what looks like a titanium platform on the bottom of this thing, and it's just barely big enough for all 5 of you to kind of fit in there and be shoulder to shoulder.
So Hades, any of this like ringing a bell or coming back to you in a sudden flash of inspiration or
No, I was born 10,000 years into the future, present, that we come from, and I'm pretty sure I remember growing up in a ship with my
It
mother.
could be a past life.
I'm just saying, yeah, there's this religion back on Sol. I had a few friends and they believed that like when you died, if you were good, then you like got to come back to life later as like a good thing. But if you were bad, you came back as like a super lame thing. So maybe you were like really, really good. And then you like, boom, you were like, oh my God, this is awesome. But then like over time, it was like, oh man, now I'm just a security guard. And like maybe now
Well,
you
if
can
he
like
abandoned his
choose.
post.
Yeah, you could like choose, like maybe it's like, hey, if you do a good job, like you're back here and you get all this cool art. Or not,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
How
you're stuck
close
with
are we
us.
to the top?
You haven't moved.
Oh my
yeah.
God. Ah,
Quinn is holding the door open button. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, as you push the button, the titanium begins to kind of slide up this tube, and you're launched upwards at a comfortable pace, not too fast.
Hmm.
You do feel a little bit of your stomach kind of drop but it's not like massive. And it goes up all the way to the top of this pyramid, and you kind of come up, and you're through the marble floor of this pantheon that sits on top of this glass pyramid. And as you come up to the top,
On the way up, Elias, as we're like traveling up the elevator, I'm gonna say, hey, beasts with horns and black and gold, kind of scary, maybe like
Minotaurs?
or like demons. Like, have you heard of these, like the demon stuff that people have? Like crazy stuff.
No. Demons aren't really a thing, and
But like, yeah, they're like in the books, like the horns.
You mean devils?
maybe. I mean,
Yeah, maybe
I
that's
know
what they
more
are.
about like shadow and darkness and absorb and destroy all light kind of evil things, but devils, demons, maybe.
Yeah, we should ask.
I don't think you should ask the owner of demons that if they're demons or not.
Okay, I'll just keep an eye out.
Maybe. I don't know.
How demony are
mean-
your demons?
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Maybe
it's
one-
not a big deal. I don't know.
Maybe once we see them, you can like look them up in the computer on the ship.
Oh, when we
Yeah.
get to the top, I want to do a divine sense.
okay. So you come through the marble floor,
Eyes go all black and starry.
cast your divine sense. Read that to me and let me know what that spell does.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. Perfect. So
Let's see if she's a real god.
you come up through this marble floor, and this marble floor of this pantheon is probably a couple feet thick. So there's 5 feet of this like marble flooring, and you come up through, and as your eyes kind of pop through, you see off in the far distance, exactly perpendicular to you, in a straight line from where you're coming up, straight ahead, you see this golden throne. There's like 4 steps up, and then there's this golden throne that this almost mummified individual is just kind of like slanted back, eyes closed, sunken in, looks very dehydrated, but has long black hair, kind of parted, and there's this crescent, blue crescent jewel that's like in the shape of a half moon, kind of stuck into the front of her hair. Large red, almost kind of looking like pine cones or something dangling from her ears. And she has a necklace that has a large skeleton key dangling down, and is got this long black hair just kind of flowing down. Kind of like, almost like she looks like a mummy, just not wrapped up. And on either side of this golden throne, you see these creatures. They have long tails with almost like 2 ends of a scorpion tail on the end of it, and like really sharp edges and horns that kind of go on these tails. And it's 4-legged creature with 5 toes on each thing that have like these razor sharp, almost velociraptor type claws. The skin is like this cow-like pattern with black and yellow. And above this hunch where this head comes up, it's just like lined with massive spikes. And there's these 4 glowing eyes, 2 and 2 on each side, where this massive snout comes down, and it's filled with these razor sharp teeth and 2 horns that kind of come across outside of the jaw like a saber-toothed cat, but sideways. And these things are just kind of sitting there, and you can see them breathing and snarling. As you cast your divine sense, it kind of permeates out from you and then kind of bounces back, this echo of a celestial sitting in the golden. What would you all like to do?
I would like to hide behind somebody's legs, as I am very snack shaped.
Can I do some kind of check to see what these things are? Like, now that I've seen them, do some kind of like digging around in my brain, like if I actually have seen something like not seen but heard of something like this.
I will let you do a history or nature check. Your choice.
Definitely history. 12.
Okay, so you're not 100% convinced or certain of this, but they seem to match a description that you've read before of manticore.
Okay.
Not exactly.
They don't seem exactly right, but
they seem to kind of match that description. Read of manticore. Kind of get the feeling that might be.
So less demons, less.
They're definitely beasts. They don't appear to be demonic or anything like that.
Yeah, that's more of what I was going with. Yeah. Like I don't know about this stuff, but is this giving off like it's gonna drag me to hell kind of vibe?
You're coming with me.
Well, I didn't pick up any themes, so I think we should be good. But I give a courteous bow. Lady Hecate.
There is no response.
She did.
And this is where we're going to end this session because it is 11:30.
No.
No response. The mummy.
All right. I pull my hand cannon and I shoot the guys.
This is where we're going to end this session. We're going to pick up next session as you're meeting with Hecate. And
Hecate.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us on this episode of Sunrunners as we're figuring out what's going on. You have traded some titanium for a large amount of shells and have negotiated successfully, hopefully, to get a star chart. So a lot of progress was made this session.
She's gonna
we like did stuff.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to burn us and she's gonna regret it.
She is.
Yeah.
She's gonna tell us to get the hell out and then just leave.
No, I'm talking about the pirate chick. She's gonna try to burn us. And I'm like,
Good news is if she drops us, we know exactly where she's going because we gave her the coordinates for the titanium mine that we already know where it is.
it's like, oh,
And
boy.
then what happens is I get inside one of the cannons on the ship. It's like an arcane
Launch yourself.
cannon, and then like super guiding bolt their ship.
Mhm,
Mega,
mhm.
mega
Buddha
guidance
falling
bolt.
from the
Melt
sky.
it.
Yeah.
Kung Fu hustle the shit out of that.
Yeah.
I gotta pilot my Gundam before
Yeah.
that.
I like it better that each of us get it and we just get shot down. And I just imagine us like hurtling down at fast speeds.
Yeah.
In Gundams.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So if you want to find out what's gonna happen next, tune in next Sunday as we continue this amazing Sunrunners campaign. Thank you all for joining us. I do want to make sure that everybody checks out Demiplane's current giveaway. They have a Wormwood giveaway. So, and Nerd Asylum community members get a extra chances to win. So definitely check out their Facebook messages or Facebook posts and Twitter posts, and check inside our Discord for awesome giveaways.
And come join us on Nerd Asylum on the Discord, because we have gotten into this terrible habit of like just playing Among Us with like 7 or 8 people randomly in the middle of the daytime. So if you have the game or you have it on your phone, just come play, because this is what we do now.
I bought it just because of you, Dave. I
It's
literally
great.
did. Just because of you. Literally. That's
It's
the only reason
great.
I have it.
So yeah,
It's $5 of amazing.
join us next Sunday, and as always, have a great time.
See everybody.